What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to optimize your nutrition. Alright, so the main focus of today's video is I kind of want to be able to help people in general just understand basic nutrition terms here. And if you're more in depth about it and you kind of want to get better at optimizing and performance wise, we'll kind of get into that. I'll provide you with some basic understanding of what it is and how to optimize it. And I'll provide you with a step-by-step guide of what to do and actually how to do that. So let's start here by just understanding one simple basic concept. What is nutrition? It all starts with a thing called energy balance. I'm sure some of you guys have heard calories in and calories out. So essentially, on a day-by-day basis, you burn a set number of calories based on your activity level and how many calories you need to just live and function. So that's one number, and then you have another number, how many calories you consume within food, right? So based on that balance and ratio determines whether you gain weight or lose weight. And then we'll get more in depth about macronutrients, micronutrients, and what that determines of your performance-wise. So let's start with this, calories in versus calories out. If you want to gain weight, you need to consume more calories than you're burning. If you want to lose weight, right, you need to consume less calories than you're burning. So then we'll talk about maintenance calories. That is the number of calories you need every day to just maintain where you're at. So this is step one, calculating your maintenance calories. If you have access to the internet, clearly you're watching this video, go on Google and search up a calorie calculator. You'll put in your height, your weight, your age, your gender, and your activity level. Based on that, it'll give you a number that is your maintenance calories. Once you have this is the basis of all of your nutrition. That's the number that you can work with to set your goals in the first place, right? Whether you want to gain weight, whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to just maintain and just become more active, right? Using your maintenance calories, you adjust above or below by 500 calories based on if you want to gain or lose 1 pound per week. Once you have that set, then we can start talking about macronutrients, right? So once you have your set number of calories, you break your calories into 3 groups: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Protein is what helps build and maintain that muscle for recovery. Carbohydrates, on the other hand, are your main energy source, right? And then fats play into the role of hormones, recovery, aiding digestion of certain vitamins and minerals, but that's more down the line. So just simply understand that your calories are going to be comprised of these 3 sections. So based on your goals, if you want to cut, if you want to bulk, if you're trying to maintain, you adjust your protein, your carbohydrates, and fats within your set calorie goals to determine your weight management, right? So if I'm trying to bulk, I'm going to be 500 calories above in a surplus what I need to maintain, and then I'm going to add more protein, carbohydrates, and fats to equal that number of calories. That alone will determine your weight management. But I can get all my macros and all my calories from garbage food, right? I can eat McDonald's and equal enough calories to either lose weight or gain weight, right? I can eat donuts every day, but as long as I don't go over my maintenance, I'll still lose weight. But this is when we get into micronutrients. This is how you're going to be feeling. This is your cellular optimization. This is what you need to perform the best, right? So once you have your macros set, your protein, your carbohydrates, and fats, choose whole foods within these categories to optimize your vitamins and minerals. Get your fruits, your vegetables in. You want to get fiber as well to aid digestion, blood sugar regulation. And then you also want to supplement with electrolytes if you're not getting enough throughout your diet, which nobody is. It's very hard. So supplement with the electrolytes for hydration. If you're not consuming electrolytes, the water is not going to get into your cells or into your muscles to then perform the best. If you're constantly active and you're sweating a lot, you're using a lot of your electrolytes. It will aid with preventing cramps, just muscle contraction in general. So that's another very important aspect of this. So find your energy balance, calculate your maintenance calories, adjust them based on your goals, and then orient your protein, your carbs, and your fats within your calorie goal based on where you want to do, what you want to do and where you want to go with your weight. Then you break up your protein, your carbs, your fats with whole foods, healthy whole foods, fruits and vegetables to optimize your vitamins and minerals. Okay? So once we get a basic understanding of energy balance, macronutrients, and micronutrients, then we can follow the step-by-step guide, right? Number 1, calculate and find your maintenance calories. This is the baseline, right? This is understanding on a day-to-day level what I need to maintain where I'm at. Once we get that, we adjust it above or below that based on your goals. Then we set our macronutrients based on that calorie number. Once we have our macronutrients set, then we want to prioritize whole foods for micronutrient content. We want to make sure that all of our proteins, all of our carbs, and all of our fats are healthy and they're not processed. They're whole foods and they're very rich in nutrients and minerals. This is how we optimize our performance, okay? And then, like I said earlier, you need to stay hydrated with electrolytes, especially if you're a very active person. It'll aid in recovery, aid in muscle contraction, aid in pretty much every single cellular function that your body has. And lastly, if you want to get even more in depth, you want to manage your meal timing. If you know you're going to have a workout and you know you're going to need energy, you want to fuel your body before, during, and after that time period, right? I can consume all my macros and all my micronutrients and all my calories for the day at the end at 12 in the morning. I cannot eat all day and wait until that one meal. But is that really the best if I'm trying to optimize my performance? No, it's much better if I time my meals to have energy during the periods that I really need it, and then supplement accordingly. So then, once all these steps are in order, you want to track your progress and adjust, right? Optimizing your nutrition equals feeling better, performing better, and recovering faster. So I know I kind of hit you with a lot of information, but as long as you understand these three things right here, and just finding your maintenance, that's the baseline, right? If you have no idea about anything in your nutrition, just try to understand that, and then get better with eating more whole foods, right? If I were to just give somebody basic advice, it'd be understand what you're putting in your body. You don't really have to go crazy and track everything if you really don't want to, if that's not part of your goals, but at least understand on a basic level what you're putting in your body and what your body really needs to feel good. Because at the end of the day, nutrition is going to determine how you feel and perform, obviously. But yeah, hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys can apply this in your life, in your training, or just in your family. Maybe you can help out a family member that wants to optimize their nutrition, or at least try to figure out how to balance their energy, how to find their macronutrients, their micronutrient needs. I know that in my day-to-day profession, a lot of the people that I work with have absolutely no idea about anything within nutrition. They know they should avoid fried foods or maybe try to eat healthier or avoid fat and sodium, etc. But they really don't know what's in all these foods. And there's a lot of misinformation out there in social media and the news and everything. So it's up to you to basically understand and learn for yourself and educate yourself upon what is nutrition and how to optimize it and plan accordingly based on your goals. So I really hope you guys learned something, can apply this in your life, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.